Hi Libras, this is Leah with Half Moon Tarot. I will be doing your November 2022 reading. I've already meditated over the cards and asked that Spirit bring whatever is necessary for you to hear, for you to know, expect, and be prepared for, okay? So the first card that comes up in the meditation is the Moon card, followed by the Eight of Wands, followed by the Magician card, okay? And the first thing that came to me, Libra, was it's always something. It's always something, ain't it? It's always something, and this could be like always some type of drama, always something happening. It's always an action there, right? And then I looked at the cards a little bit deeper. Okay. And yes, there might always be something happening, right? And if that is existential and it's always something happening out there, then we really need to look deeper as to why. Why is that the only thing that I see? Okay. Why is that the only thing that I'm ever in contact with? Like, where is the peace? Where is the space where I can be the most confident? Where is the space that doesn't need to be questioned? Okay? Because what's real don't need to be questioned. We love saying that, don't we? And don't be nothing real. Okay? Anyway. So when I looked a little bit deeper, the Moon card let me know that it was something that has to do with the feminine energy, okay? And the feminine energy within all of us, not just female, not just male, not everyone has a masculine and a feminine, right? You all should know the most about that because you're constantly trying to deal with balance, right? Making everything fair, making everything even, and giving the benefit of the doubt and doing all of that and looking at forgiveness and looking at forgetting. And there's always something, okay? But the Moon says that it is with that feminine energy, and the feminine energy is all about restoring. The feminine energy is all about healing. It is about being in a place where you can just be. This is the real. This is like what doesn't need to be questioned. This is real. That's where the Moon is. And the Magician is like our external, right? That is where, we communicate with the outside world. The Moon is the internal and the Magician is the external world. That's our masculine energy, okay? And we are on the in-between. And it just feels like one is having to compromise more than the other. And the other is then shortened by a time, okay? And what I mean by that is that you might be working hard on something and it's not just during business hours, especially if you're a business owner. Things don't happen during quote unquote business hours. We take that home. We're constantly in development. We're constantly trying to seek out the new and the fresh in order for our business to even be in competition with somebody else's. And I think from that, our bedtime where we are in the space of our feminine energy has been compromised, right? So we work on our business all day, right? We're entrepreneurs. We're working on this business all day. And then when we should be at home resting, we're still working on the business. Like I said, those forward future goals, those forward future visions, they are always there. And if that is working, then the feminine energy is not. If your mind is constantly working, if you're constantly in go mode, then you're never going to be at peace and pause. And when that happens, when peace and pause does come your way, it doesn't last long. It's not fulfilling. It's not satisfying. And it's like, when we have to get to a space where peace and quiet and stillness is just as attractive as the hustle. And until then, you're going to constantly be out of balance. You're going to constantly not be getting the amount of hours of sleep that you need to. You're going to constantly be in a space of go, go, go and never rest and reset. Okay, Libra? So it just looks like we're having an issue with the rest and the reset. All right. Forgot that was I in the meditation? Yeah, I forgot I was completely in the meditation. I was about to give y'all a full reading off of that. Okay. Let's see. Libras, November 2022. Okay. Ooh, let's talk about partnership, y'all. Okay. So the first card that comes out is the 8 of Coins, followed by the 10 of Cups, followed by the Ace of Cups. Okay, 8101. So I love, first of all, the numbers, the 8101, right? Because that's 9, that's 10, 10, that's 1. So it's like we're going from a cycle into an alignment, right? And I really feel like when we are in partnership, we got to go through a few people to figure out what a true partnership should be like and feel like, right? You just ask any of these business owners out here how many partnerships they have tried to create, and it fell through. It didn't work out. Halfway through, yeah, they might have lost a little bit of money behind it. They might have lost a little bit of time behind it. But I will tell you that they won't take back their experiences. They won't say, I never wish I didn't partner with that person or with that organization or what have you, right? They will always and forever. And this goes in relationships too, right? If you really look back at the experiences that you've had with your exes, I'm sure you wouldn't give those experiences back, right? Because they brought you into this space that you're in right now. Okay. So I love that we are going from a cycle into an alignment, because the cycle is the partnerships, going into these partnerships, rushing into these partnerships. And I believe with the 8 of Wands, it's like maybe you were at an 8 of Wands. Maybe this is 8 of Coins. Jesus Lord. Okay, so this is at an 8 of Coins, but if it was at an 8 of Wands, it would have been like that fast moving, pasted partnerships. You know what I mean? Like we're jumping into something. We're constantly jumping into something and not doing the research on it, right? But the coins indicate that this cycle is slowing down. You know, we're really taking our time to get to know people. We're really taking the time to see if our ideas really mesh, or our visions are somewhat the same, something that we can compromise on both sides. You know, what is it that we really bring to the table of pouring into each other? You know, how can we make each other better? Like we've really gotten to the lesson of partnerships, right? And like I said, this can be in family, love, or business. Okay. What is it that we're pouring into each other that is going to be of benefit to the both of us and creating this partnership? And I think that you'll find that, Libra. I really think that you'll find it, because then the 10 of Cups comes in and it is just something too hot to let go. It is too hot to move around, right? So something is this partnership that you've been cultivating and you've been building with this certain person, entity, place, thing, whatever, this partnership that you've been building is really going to be able to fit. And I believe that fitting, and with it being a 10 of Cups, it is talking about like the emotional intelligence portion. You know, like not only are we aware of each other separately, right? So I'm aware of myself and I am stepping into this wholeheartedly, right? The real. I'm stepping into the real, right? And that partner is coming into the real as well. And it's like, listen, it's not time for games. Like we're here, we communicate properly, okay? And it's just respect on both ends, really, in this partnership. And this partnership has the potential to be fruitful, right? As long as Ace of Cups, we stay on the same page, as long as we see each other as equal, as long as we are in agreement and we're also in disagreements on the same exact things, right? And I'm speaking in business terms, and I don't know why I'm speaking in business terms, but that's for somebody out there. If we're talking in relationship terms, it can be those things, but also you provide an easily equal perspective, right? So we may not agree on something, but you have the ability and clarity in your communication to show a different perspective of what a no or of what a yes means. Okay? And that's within relationships and of all types, whether it be business or relationship or family. It is like we are cultivating this thing that could be fruitful, but in order to stay in alignment and on the same page, we have to be respectful of each other. We have to communicate properly. We have to still be on the same page and have the same goal of what does that end goal look like? Okay? And are we pouring into each other in order to receive that goal, or are we pouring into each other for our own selfish needs? Okay. And I think that's another thing that you're going to be learning, the selfish needs portion. Is this a means to the end goal, or is this a means to the end of my selfish need? Okay. All right, Libra, the next card that comes out is the Six of Wands, followed by the Four of Wands. Baby, if this is a relationship, like a love relationship, this could easily be coming into something that is super committed marriage material. Okay, if this is something that is on the business level, you really have the opportunity to network yourself into some places, okay, with this partnership. Now, the Six of Wands, the Six of Wands is about winning through action. It is also about being on your high horse. So it's kind of a catch-22, just like the rest of your life, Libra, really, so it's like this catch-22. You have to be in a space of humbled beginnings, and also know, like, at the same time, like, this is a win, like, wow, I made it here from where I was, but this is a win. I made it to this loving relationship after being in that abusive relationship. This is a win. And I didn't lose myself. This is a win. I made it through this partnership in business after losing hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions back there with that other partnership. Baby, this is a win. Okay? So, like, knowing that this is a win, okay? And not letting your past creep up to you and say, you think you all that, but let me remind you of what happened. Yeah, that did happen. And this is a win. The Four of Wands, if this is a loving relationship, like I said, you're getting out of the game. You're getting off the merry-go-wheel of the merry-go-round of relationship. You ready to stop riding the ride. Stop. Okay? Let me off. And if this is in business, you are now stepping into the business territory. Now you're getting off of one ride and you're going on to another. Okay? Which also speaks to that cycle breaking of partnerships, that cycle breaking around relationships, that cycle breaking around family ships. It indicates that I am breaking this cycle and I am getting onto a different one that is going to be more appropriate for my mental health, that is going to be more appropriate for my emotional health, that is going to be more appropriate for my relationship. Okay? So be aware, Libra. This partnership can take you into places. All right, so the last card that comes out is the Six of Cups. Okay, and I think that for some of my Libras, they are living out like their childhood dreams. Okay. If you're not living out your childhood dreams, Libra, this is an opportunity for you to do so. Okay. And the Six of Cups is full, like a shift has been made emotionally into more of a trusting space. The Six of Cups talks about trust and our inner child and being in a head space and a heart space that are equivalent, right? Like I said, we're coming into that alignment, whether that be with somebody else or ourselves, right? So it's just like, God, we did it. Like that's what the Six of Cups is about. Like, we did it. I'm extremely happy. I am, emotionally at peace. I did that. And baby, if that's not a win, I don't know what is. Okay. All right, Libras, that has been your November 2022 reading. Like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about me. And I'll see y'all next month. Bye.